Hey guys, well, we should have fabulous lighting today because it's snowing again. We might get up to a foot of snow. I'm trapped in the house. I don't like that feeling where you know you can't go anywhere because, yeah, it's blizzard conditions out there right now, so the lighting should be fabulous. That's the only good part about it. All right. What have I got for you today? I'm going to review some of the new Lovatics by Demi collection from NYC New York Color. There is an eyeshadow palette. There are lip and cheek tints, 3 different shades. There are 2 brow pencils, and there is a mascara. I didn't buy the full collection. I just bought 2 products from the collection, and I figured that people would be interested in the eyeshadow palette, and this is the only one in the collection, and it's called Natural number 20, which is kind of odd because if there's only one palette, why would you have the number 20? Why do you even need a number? Okay, anyway. And I bought one of the lip and cheek tints, and I got the shade number 1, Cheeky Pink. And this is a little odd because I believe, according to the website, there are 3 lip and cheek tints, and it was supposed to be berry, red, and strawberry. And this is pink. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I saw 3 shades at the store. One was definitely a berry. One was either the red or the strawberry. I personally think that somebody messed up with the information, and I think this is the strawberry one, but it does say pink on here, so I don't know what's up with that. But there are 3 shades. There's a pink, a red, and a berry, and these are $3.99. The eyeshadow palette was $4.99, which that's a lot of colors for $4.99. I didn't get any of the brow products because there were 2 eyebrow pencils. There was a medium brown and a dark brown, and I normally use blonde, gray, or soft brown for my brows. Right now I'm using soft brown, and that's what's working good for me at this time. So I didn't bother with the brow pencils because those would both be too dark for me. There was a mascara, but I have so many mascaras right now that I just decided to pass on trying that. Alright, so I'm going to be reviewing the eyeshadow palette and one of the lip and cheek tints. So let us begin. Oh, by the way, I bought these products at Target, but you can also find them at Walmart from what I hear. So I just happened to find them at Target. Alright, so let's start with the lip and cheek tint. This was $3.99, and I was so hoping that this was going to be a dupe for the Benefit lip and cheek tints, which are $30. Those are an excellent product, but $30 is an awful lot to spend for a lip and cheek tint, I think. And I very rarely see anything like this at the drugstore. I did just get a product from NYX not too long ago. I did a video on it that you could use on your lips or cheeks, but that's completely different because it's like a moussey texture. This is a liquid. So this is the only thing that I've ever seen in America like this at the drugstore. The reason why I say it that way is I did get a product from my friend June in a swap many years ago that was from a drugstore, and but in American drugstores, this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. So I had really high hopes for this, and I used this on my cheeks. Not today, on another day when I was testing it out, and this does not work well on the cheeks. What I do with my Benefit lip and cheek tint is I'll put 3 dots in the area where I want the blush to be and then blend it out. and this does not blend well. It does not go on over your foundation and all that well. It doesn't blend in well. It's, yeah, not, it was a fail for that. However, does seem to work okay as a lip tint. So if you're somebody that likes lip tints and you want your lip product to last a really long time, it might be worth it for that, because it is only $4 or $3.99 plus tax. And so, you know, it's not an expensive product, and some people need their lip product to last a long time. So it does stain your lips. You will have to remove it at the end of the day. So make sure that you have some sort of makeup remover on hand that will take off lip products that you can put on your lips. But the way that I used this, you can't just use this on its own, okay? What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take a lip liner and line and fill in your lips in a color that is going to look nice with, you know, whatever the color is that you purchase. Because the other colors in this range were really pretty as well. But this, to me, was kind of unusual. And the Benefit product that I have is more of a reddish color. And this is kind of, it's like if you took pink, coral, and red and mixed it up in a jar. It's sort of, yeah, it's an unusual color. So I wanted this one. Even though it says pink, to me this does not scream pink. It's more of a pink-red coral. But anyways, you can't just use this on its own. You're going to have to take a liner that is slightly darker than this shade or whatever shade you purchase, and you're going to need to line and fill in your lips. Then you're going to put this on top, and make sure you don't get too close to the edge of your lips, because if it goes outside, if you go outside the lines when you put this on, it's going to stain your skin and you're going to have a big mess and you're going to hate it. So just when you apply this, let me show you. So there's a brush, okay? There's a brush. And so you're going to take a liner. I used Essence Lip Liner in Femme Fatale, which is number 14. And I haven't shown you this yet in a haul or a review or anything like that, so might as well show it to you now, because I did purchase this recently along with a lot of other Essence products that I've acquired. So let me show you what that looks like. So this is pretty much just, you know, a deep red liner. So I lined and filled in my lips with this first. Then I took this, and you don't want a ton of product on the brush, because if it spills or, you know, gets on your clothes or something, you could stain it. So just take a small amount, like dip your brush in this thing, and then maybe just touch the top of it to get any excess product off. And then you're gonna gently dab it or apply it within the lip area and just kind of blend as you go. So this is what I ended up with, and I like it. I think it's pretty. It's not drying on your lips. It's going to stain your lips, and it's going to last all day. And what you might have to do is, if you have a meal afterwards, is you might want to bring your liner with you and just kind of touch up like the edges a little bit, just to give it some definition, because, you know, when you eat a meal or something, it might get messed up, but you will still have that stain left behind. So I do like it as a lip stain, and the color is, like I said, this color, which is called Cheeky Pink, is kind of unusual, and but versatile at the same time, because you could do a lot of different kinds of looks with it. So thumbs up as a lip tint, but thumbs down as a cheek tint. So, you know, I don't like the idea that I can't use it both ways if I want to, but it is good as a lip tint. So It's up to you whether or not you think it's worth it to spend the money when you can only use it successfully one way. All right, next, let's move on and let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. By the way, in case you don't know, Demi Lovato is a famous singer, and she is the spokesperson for New York Color. She is the face that you see in all their advertising, and in the beginning, that's how their collaboration started off, but now I guess she had a hand in designing this collection, and so this is her first collection that she actually participated in, you know, giving her input into what type of products she wanted to see, colors, tones, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this was $4.99, which, you know, $5 for an eyeshadow palette this size is not something you see every day. And it's a very warm toned palette. And even the shades that would normally be considered cool, like the silver and the gray, those are warm versions of those colors. And all the rest of the colors are, you know, what you would see in a traditional neutral type palette. You've got browns and bronzes and champagne and beige, off-white, gold. So it's what you would normally see. Now, in case you're curious about the look that I have on, because I did use this palette to do my look today, I used this as my brow bone highlight, and then I used this on the lids, and I used this in the crease, and I also dragged it down along the lower lash line. Now, I've used this palette a number of times before I did this review today because I wanted to, you know, get a feel for how a lot of these colors perform. And here's what I have to tell you about this. There are a variety of textures and finishes in this palette, and some of them are not easy to work with. Some of them are okay. Some of them are pretty good. But overall, I would say that even though this is only $5, I'm sorry, New York Color, but I have to say I don't recommend this palette. I feel like you can take that $5 and spend it on other eyeshadows and get better quality. I have a New York Color single eyeshadow, and I have a New York Color eyeshadow duo that perform nicer than these. I feel like maybe what they should have done was make the palette smaller and make it a little bit better quality and more consistent across the board, because they don't all perform equally. You know, from one shade to the next, you're going to see a big difference. And you're going to have to work pretty hard to make a look good. I don't want to have to work that hard. You have to spend a lot of time applying and blending, and if you look at my look, you'll see that the end result I think is pretty, but I still felt like I couldn't get it to go even or get the amount that I wanted in certain areas and make it the same on both eyes. I mean, I did the best I could, but I had to keep going back and taking more product and blending, and in the end, it still doesn't look perfectly symmetrical to me. I mean, it's pretty and it looks okay, but I don't know. I'm disappointed with this. Like I said, I wish they had made the palette less colors, but better quality and more consistent. That's the best way I can describe, because, well, let me swatch some of these for you just so you can get an idea. Actually, the first thing I should do is try and take this Essence liner off my hand. so that I will have a place to swatch too. Come on. Oh yeah, I just scrubbed my hand and that liner's not going anywhere. Okay, here we go. Yeah, those Essence liners are really pigmented, very affordable. I'm probably not going to do a separate review on them because I've had Essence lip liners before, and for the money, they're very good quality. I bought another shade along with this one because I just wanted to pick up a couple new shades, and it had been a long time since I had bought an Essence liner, so I do recommend those. All right, so yeah, let me swatch some of these shadows for you so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to start at the beginning. Okay, the first 4 shades in the palette, starting with the lightest end. That's how they swatch. Okay, now when you look at that, you see 3 swatches. I swatched 4. So one of those shades did not make any difference whatsoever. I mean, you can't even see it. So no matter how much you pack on, you wouldn't get to see that at all. All right, let's try some of the others. So that was the first 4. So then let's do the next 4 because there's 12 shadows in the palette. So I'll do 3 groups of 4. All right, so that's the next 4. And this one right here is what I have in my crease. And even though it didn't blend as well as I would like, I did like the color in terms of, got the little piece of hair sticking up there driving me crazy. I did like this shade as a crease color. I thought that was a really good color to use, to have in a palette for a matte crease color. Okay, so there's the next 4. This one also is a matte, but really, really hard to work with. And I tried using that in a look one day and had to fight with it the whole time to use that as a crease color. So I'm not happy with that one either. But yeah, some of these colors are nice. Okay, and then the last 4. So this is where you're going to get your silver and dark gray or soft black. These 2 shades right here, which are these 2, really hard to work with, don't apply well. And there they are swatched. And I did use the silver and black shades, and those weren't that easy to work with either. So overall, I'm not really that happy with this palette. I mean, like I said, even though it's $5 for a lot of shadows, I still feel like you could take that $5 and buy something else that you would be happier with. Now, you wouldn't get as many shadows, probably. You'd probably have to buy like maybe a couple of really small palettes that you could do a couple of looks with. But I want more consistency within the palette itself. Now, is this going to turn me off to trying New York color palettes that are a little bit bigger than what I'm used to? No, because I have heard from a lot of you that some of the smaller palettes are definitely worth checking out. And one person had told me one time in the comment section that about a certain palette that they had that they really loved, and they were trying to get me to buy it. But at that time, I just wasn't really that into drugstore makeup, I think. But I would try a different palette to give, you know, the brand more of a shot in their larger palettes. But I think I would rather go for one of the ones that has, is it 5 shadows in it? I think so. But no, I would not recommend this. And as far as this goes, if you're looking for a lip stain and you're willing to do the liner, fill it in, use this over, blah, 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 it will work as that. And the other two shades in the line are really pretty colors. So if you're into lip stains, then I think this is worth it. But it bugs me that I can't use it on my cheeks when I would like to, because it's really fun sometimes to coordinate your lips and cheeks together with the same product. And if you can't do that with this, then you might have a hard time finding a blush that is this shade if that's something that you wanted to do. So, kind of mixed feelings about these products from this collection, but you know, totally up to you what you want to do, but that's how I feel about it. And that's it for today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Bye.